Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to the One Bitcoin Show. Today is December the 2nd, 2019. Strong hand. Long-term thinking, unconfiscatable. Bitcoin is the next Bitcoin. Conviction, be a unique beast. Offended by selling, unconfiscatable. All right. Hello, my elite friends. If you're watching this live, you can ask questions. Type in Bitcoin Meister in the chat, or you can send a super chat. I'll answer your questions. I'll have time for all of my elite friends out there. If you've got some good questions, remember, check out disruptmeister.com. Follow me on Twitter at TechBalt, TechBalt. Always check out all the links below. Everything I talk about in this video is linked to below. We had a great live this week in Bitcoin on Friday. Check that out in the archives. This coming Friday, 2 p.m. Baltimore time. Another great This Week in Bitcoin. BTC Benny will be on, and Alex from Australia will probably be on, and somebody else will be on. Who knows what's going to go on. Thursday, 11:45 a.m. Baltimore time. Andy Hoffman will make his return to the show. Okay, now speaking about Andy Hoffman, he's been promoting the MWC, the Mimblewimble coin crypto-dividend that we all signed up for. If you had the insider information, because this is your home of Bitcoin insider information, pound that like button. Well, you were supposed to be able to claim it on December 11th. You can claim it right now. Link to below, mwc.mw. I am going to experiment with that after the show. I have not had time to do so, but people are saying that the process is easy and smooth, and people have claimed their MWC. Some people are just immediately dumping them on the one exchange. What's the one exchange? Hotbit it's called, or something like that. What's it? Yeah, it's hotbit.io is the one exchange, and people have real low bids in there. So, I mean, yeah, if there's some people that are planning just to buy it real low and then sell it high, I guess. I forget what you call that. Andy actually described the process of just people are putting in insanely low bids just to get a bunch of it from the dumpers, then to sell it to other people. Hey, do what you're going to do, people. Create your own strategy. All I know is that we got it for free, and turn it into Bitcoin and do what you're going to do. We'll have Andy. He'll be talking about Bitcoin. He'll be talking about all sorts of different topics when he comes on the show Thursday. But yeah, you strong-handed Bitcoin holders, you can get your MWC right this second. Now, the Block Crypto has an interesting story out there based on an interview that Nick Carter did with this guy who was the former head of Circle, of Circle OTC. Says there's more to the Tether narrative. And what is this guy's name? Matuzowski is his last. I can't pronounce the guy's name. I'm not even gonna say it. But he's saying that Tether had the money. He saw that Tether had a bank account, or the Tether is supposed to be backed up by actual dollars, and he claims that it actually was. And he appears to be a reliable dude. I'm not going to put the dude on a pedestal or anything like that. But what he did say here is, according to Matzowski, Circle, and that's who he was working for at the time, saw no upside in associating itself, and other exchanges felt similarly. For this reason, much of the concern about Tether was never dispelled. So a lot of exchanges knew that it was a bunch of Tether FUD out there. They knew it was FUD, but they were scared because of the New York Attorney General, the government, because of those type of institutions that were, they didn't want to be sent subpoenas. They didn't want to have lawsuits like Tether has had. So, I mean, you can understand it from a stress and business perspective. If you're a business, you're not gonna put yourself get yourself into legal trouble by supporting the truth. I mean, yeah, it's Yeah, business can be nasty sometimes, but that was a very interesting revelation there. You can check out the Block Crypto article, and also at the article, they link to the actual interview by Nick Carter. All right, pound that like button. We had somebody in the chat just say something I wanted to say. Just sign up to Hotbit. I'm going to wait a bit to see if I can squeeze more BTC out. Okay. Yeah, everybody, do what you're going to do. All right. Hi, guys. Sorry I'm late. Dude, why are you late? Well, I'm early tonight. It's early tonight. Hey, there's you don't need to be watching this live. You can watch it taped, and you can pound that like button, and you can play it at 2x. If you're watching this not live, play it at 2x. You know, it really saves some time. I'm wearing what was this? The Dyson Sphere Bitcoin shirt here. Someone called that. You can get shirts like this. There are all sorts of links below of the different people who have sent me these beautiful shirts, who sell these shirts and like me to model their shirts. All right. I'm a model, if you know what I mean, and I shake my little pound. All right. So this dude, a Spanish guy, came up with a user-friendly Bitcoin account idea. He's linked to below. Easypaysy. Easypaysy. It's linked to below. They're trying to make. He was offended by the long Bitcoin addresses, so he came up with a solution, a second layer solution, an innovative solution. And no, Bitcoin doesn't have to change for this. This is on the second layer if it's implemented. Okay, so there's nothing major has to happen here. This dude has built something, or it says it can be implemented immediately. Instead of sending to a crazy Bitcoin address, you can have a Bitcoin account ID, an easy to remember ID. It's a few words, all right? And eventually he hopes they could somehow incorporate domain names into it too, but that would be more for businesses. Anyway, I'm going to read you. I linked to their YouTube video that explains it really nicely. I linked to their Twitter. I linked to their page. I linked to the article by Aaron Van Weerdum in Bitcoin Magazine. So Bitcoin addresses make for a horrible user experience, says Pepe Femenias. So he designed an opt-in account layer for Bitcoin called Easypaysy. No protocol changes required. Wallets could start implementing it today. We are somewhat used to Bitcoin payments the way they are, but it's really an atrocity. Quinello told Bitcoin Magazine. It's like using the internet without domain names, relying on IP addresses. Yeah, that's a good comparison. Only worse, because crypto addresses are way longer, uglier, and constantly changing. So, okay, this could make it easier for newbies to get into Bitcoin, to be more comfortable with sending Bitcoin, receiving Bitcoin. The article, it is not, you might find the explanation in the article to be complex, and then you're going to think, well, this doesn't seem very easy. It's a complex explanation, but I think the product itself is easy. Now, also in the article, it says they could involve Litecoin in some way if things got too crowded on the main layer of Bitcoin because of all of this. All right. And also in the video, and this was not mentioned in Bitcoin Magazine because Bitcoin Magazine only cares about Bitcoin, but this Easypaysy account ID could be implemented on other cryptocurrencies too, on altcoins like Litecoin. And I think it listed some others. I really didn't pay attention to the other ones that were in the video. But hey, it's all linked to below. Check it out. This could be a big breaking story that changes things and maybe lead to a Netscape type of moment where Bitcoin is a lot easier to use for regular people. Innovate. That's why I say just don't destroy, innovate. So I give this guy credit. And I really, he's got a different handle than his last name, apparently. And I probably butchered both his last name and the handle, though, but you're doing good work there, dude. Let me go back to the chat real quick. Oh, Roman Q says, like Easypaysy, was there ever any other Bitcoin tech that you previously liked that never took off? Yeah, there probably was. And I can't think of it now. I've, so many darn videos I've done, 1,500 at disruptmeister.com. I'd have to look over some of my old videos and it would just pop into my head some of the ideas that have been tossed out there that I thought were good and then never took off. There's something with, God, it's hard to, I don't know. I can't think of one off the top of my head, but I know I've talked about all sorts of little teeny companies and projects over the years. And I know if I just see one of their names, I'll be like, oh yeah, that was a great idea, but it never caught on. Maybe I'll think of more when I'm talking in the rest of this video. That's a good question though. That's a good question. All right. JC in South Africa says, strike that like button. That's how they say it in South Africa. They don't say pound, they say strike, right? There you go. There's that shirt. Moving on. Well, we just mentioned altcoins there. And, well, I'll tell you, man, I've been waiting for some easy way to do the cross-atomic swaps. That was an idea that I thought was great, but that'll happen eventually. Now, or that is, I don't even know the progress of that stuff, dude. It was a cool idea. I mean, not that you should be changing your precious Bitcoin into Litecoin, but I mean, changing your Litecoin into other things or other things in the Litecoin. All right, and it avoids having to use exchanges. Anyway, that is not a company though. That's a technology, and that is going to happen. Okay, I've gotten off track because I'm so trying to think of some company back in the day or in the recent day that I thought was a good idea that just nobody picked up on yet. All right, so speaking of altcoins, I think it was because I was looking at the MWC wallet and how Chris has handled the questions, is very professional, and the wallet's very professional. And you have to, these guys with their altcoins, there has to be a certain level of professionalism. If that professionalism does not exist, that when the big money comes, they're not going to buy into your coin. They're not going to put it into these silly funds that they make for people. And when you're thinking of an altcoin, you've got to think of it as a company almost when you're thinking about its future. And would a company have some of the altcoin spokespeople, figureheads, whatever you want to call them, that certain altcoins have? No, companies would have nothing to do with some of these like wackos. They're literally wackos. They're psychopaths. They're sociopaths. Some of these guys that just all they do is lie. So can you imagine a business that's run like BSV that has a representative like BSV? No, you can't. So I've mentioned this before, but why would anyone with money want to have anything to do with an altcoin that has a incredibly high level of unprofessionalism? How about that? That's just a clear train wreck. And the thing is, the people that pump these coins, they're blind to the fact. I mean, they're not living in a reality, like in a sustainable reality, like especially since the guy behind BSV, he drops all these big company names. Apparently, what do you think a big company will want anything to do with such a person? It's absolutely ridiculous. But I mean, there's other. I'm picking on BSV there because it's such a prime example of not being professional. But I mean, my recommendation to the altcoins out there, because they're all centrally controlled in some way, make sure your founder is professional, is calm, is cool, doesn't act like a psychopath, and is, into innovation, into working with others, doesn't like rip on other coins, because you'll never have the big money come in there. They just would not touch it at all. Not touch it at all. I mean, and so people will say, well, wait a second, King of the Trolls, I mean, no, he actually does exhibit a certain level of professionalism. He's a good marketer. He presents him. He's a good talker. He appears. He's convincing. He can be convinced. You know, there have been some Bcash things that have been huge mistakes, but he's a salesman. He'll be able to sell it. He'll be able to sell it to funds and stuff probably. But I mean, he's not a psychopath. He's not a person just lies and lies and lies. I mean, has he exaggerated things? Yeah, no doubt about it. But there's definitely a certain level of professionalism to him. I mean, whether you like it or not. And I know that I'm not a fan of the guys at all. But just this is my. I was just thinking about altcoins and the professionalism that's involved. I mean, some of them have, and people don't like the marketing. You have to have a legitimate marketing team. Your marketing team just can't be you suck. Or I'm going to blow up another coin. But that's not legitimate marketing. That's not going to get big funds buying up your coin or including your coin in some big fund. And for these altcoins to survive, they're going to need massive amounts of money to prop them up. And pretty much unnaturally, because most of them won't even deserve it. But I mean, I challenge someone out there, and this is where the innovation comes in, and this is where the this is why it's the Wild Wild West. This is where the big boys play. Someone should just come up with a coin. All it is just sheer professionalism, sheer just, being a businessman, be acting like they do on Wall Street or in any normal business. Just, tie, suit, just really keeping it highbrow type of stuff. Never cursing. It's not using Twitter as like a toilet type of thing, and having legitimate. It'd be interesting to see how one of those would pull off, because that's not really Ripple either. Because Ripple's done. I mean, Ripple's been pretty professional. I mean, they're a company. They are a company. There's been some unprofessionalism, but Ripple to a new level, and then not being that centralized either. Not because they just claim to be. I mean, they're like they're not hiding anything. They're a freaking company, for God's sakes. At least with my idea for this theoretical altcoin, they would say they're decentralized, et cetera, et cetera. And it would somewhat look like that. Okay, moving on. For all the Lightning Network haters out there, this news is for. Oh, somebody said, how many miles do you plan to run today? You should do Spartan Race or Tough Mudder, man. Nah, I don't like those things. I do interval training. That's better than and I'm going to do my on Tuesday. I do my interval training, which is 15 sprints as hard as I can, with like 30 seconds in between each one. And I didn't run it all on Monday because I ran so much yesterday, because I had to make sure I got 20 miles in last week. And because of all my traveling, there wasn't much running. So I did like 11 at the end of the week. On Tuesday, though, after I do my interval training, I actually will go on another run that could be like 9 miles or something like that a little later on in the day, because I got another busy week ahead of me. All right. No, someone said OneCoin. No. The OneCoin, that was that was like a clear Ponzi scheme. That's like, no, I'm talking real professionalism here, real professionalism. All right, not some people screaming on stage. Oh, that was BitConnect was the guy screaming on stage. All right. No, a legitimate coin that is just professional, because OneCoin was not a legitimate coin. You can make a legitimate altcoin that's really that is decentralized to a certain extent, except for, it has a founder and everything. Yeah, I mean, you make it, give it out to crypto, give it out as a crypto-dividend Bitcoin. Say, hey, this is called professional coin. All Bitcoin holders will get 10 of them. There you go. There you go. Anything that all altcoins should benefit Bitcoin holders. All altcoins should be crypto dividends of Bitcoin, baby. Okay, so this is for the Lightning Network haters out there. Bitfinex email announces they will be the first major exchange to integrate the Lightning Network for deposits and withdrawals. As one of the few vanguards of the crypto revolution, Bitfinex feels responsible for supporting crypto products and services that have brought the industry to a new level. We're also relentlessly looking for ways to provide the best services to our users and at the same time contribute to the broader crypto community. In the same revolutionary spirit, we've decided to bring Lightning Network to Bitfinex. From December 3rd, we are starting to support Lightning Network deposits and withdrawals. All our users will enjoy faster transactions at low fees. All right. So they're actually using Lightning Network for faster transactions and low fees, which the haters say it's not true and it's not usable. Okay, it is true. December 3rd, they're going to be using it. All right, that's going to help Bitcoin. The people have said the Lightning Network's not going to help it. It'll never happen. There you go. A big exchange is using it, so that should be good. All right, that's it. I'm Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Let me just quickly see if there were any more comments. All right, good. Remember, pound that like button, bang that bell button, check out the archives, claim your MWC. Follow me on Twitter at TechBalt, TECHBALT, disruptmeister.com. Good night, good morning, wherever you are on this beautiful planet. And click on the square there to see some old shows of mine. Always check out those archives. Pound that like button.